Okay, Tom Michaels is with us. Come the Nightfall is the short film. It's 23 minutes. I would consider this a horror film, horror thriller. Is that the right genre, with how you categorize it?
Yep. Horror thriller. You got it.
It's a kind of, I call this kind of the epic kind of short films where they're long, extended. There's kind of a backstory. Did you have a longer version of this script, or is it just this is just a standalone short film?
No, no. It's interesting because I did two other short films prior to Come the Nightfall, and I didn't like the way those came out. I guess I'm a perfectionist, so I contemplated if I should do another short film or if I should just jump right into features. So I came up with this really good storyline, and yeah, I came up with a good storyline, and then the way the story just unfolded, it was about yeah, it came out to about 23 minutes. So
I also have to point out that you're the star of the film as well, right?
yeah, I was the writer, director, and actor in it. Yes.
So did you like, or are you like a trained actor? Is that your like start in the industry?
Yeah, yeah. I am trained in the Meisner technique, so that's method acting.
Oh, really?
And
Okay.
yeah, so I moved to LA, and I believe it was August of '07, and I and after I graduated, I graduated with my degree in acting. But it was interesting because while I was in school, I remember just the conversations between other actors, how they were not getting any type of work, and it was basically very very difficult. So I said to myself, I think it's best to learn the other side of like the business. So what I did was I started writing, and then once I graduated from my acting school, I applied for film school, and I got accepted into film school. And then I graduated USC Cinematic Arts program in Southern California. That was in 2019.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And then I was gonna do two other short. I was gonna basically I do my first short film in 2020, and what happened was COVID shut everything down.
Mhm.
And then I would say around like the fourth quarter of 2022, I said, okay, I think it's time. And I shot two short films in 2023. The first one was released in October of 2023, and then the other one in April of 2024. And it did okay at the film festival circuit. But then I contemplated should I do one more short film? Like I said, earlier, or should I jump into features? So I decided just to do one more short film, and here we are. Come the Nightfall, and it's doing very very well at the
Let,
film
let
festival.
me
Thank
ask
you
you a
so much.
question before we jump into your film, 'cause I'm actually really, I was really into it, and it's a great film.
Thank
Why
you.
do you think there's so many great filmmakers, like from where I stand, so many great filmmakers come from the USC program? Why do you think that is?
Well, that's a very that's a very good question. Well, I would tell you this, USC is the best film program in the world. I mean, just the technology, and we have very good teachers there. They just really care. I mean, they want you to work. So they want to they want you to graduate, and they want you to go out there, and they want you to be successful. And yeah, I mean, it's just a very good, film program. We just have just very good teachers and whatnot. And I think at the end of the day, you have filmmakers. You have filmmakers that go there, but then there's always that one or two filmmakers that has something extra special in them. That's something that the other filmmakers, do not, and that's why a certain percentage make it.
Yeah,
John Carpenter, which is one of my favorite filmmakers of all time, that was he's one of my, idols. He went to USC Film School.
yeah.
And he said when he went there were other filmmakers and they were very talented, but there was just something about him, the way he tells a story, it just made him stand out. So you have to do something. You have to do something where you could stand out from, everyone else. And my style was much different from everyone, else's, style. I shoot on film. A lot of people don't really do that. So
Well, it's very
my
rare. Let's just
style is,
say 1% of short films are done on film.
yeah, I would say about, 1%. Yeah.
Yeah,
Um, but my style is very retro vintage, so I don't like to do a contemporary style. I like to shoot. I'm more of a retro vintage story maker. So I hate digital. I like shooting on film. It's just something that I just really, admire, and I believe that's a lost art form, nowadays. There's a lot of short films out there, horror shorts or sci-fi shorts, where
yeah.
it's everything's done digital, but I just like to be different. It's just the way I am.
I think it's also too that USC kind of people who apply there, they know how to get good people. Like they accept good filmmakers right from the beginning, I guess too, right? One would assume. To get in the
Uh,
program is hard. So like you're already good before you start.
yeah, I don't know how they view the admission process. I know, I had to write an essay. I
Yeah.
had to write an essay, and I had to wait because I wasn't sure if I was gonna, get in. And I wrote an essay. I had to fill out a questionnaire, and I had no other prior work. I was not a filmmaker. I was a actor first, so I had no experience as like a filmmaker. But what I had was I had a very vivid imagination. I would write interesting stories. So I wrote them an interesting essay, and then I waited about 2, 3 weeks, and then I got an email saying that you were accepted into the film school. So what I was told from other students, that they don't accept everyone. I
Yeah.
mean, so
Of course. Yeah. I think they'll accept only 10, 15% people who apply, right?
yes.
So yeah.
Hmm. Yeah,
So
definitely. So,
okay. So let's get into your film. Really great. Let's talk about the cast first. Okay, so you're writing the script. Are you writing for yourself, basically? I'm assuming you're writing for yourself to act in it, right?
I have to, man. I have to. I have to. Yeah. You know, I mean, I love acting, but I also love, directing. And so, I wrote this when I was writing the script. I thought about this really interesting character,
Yeah.
and of course, I thought about, myself, and then when I fleshed out the whole story, that's when I started looking for certain type of character actors that I feel that could fill the void, within this, script. And
Yeah.
I thought that I did the casting, that was that was all me. So,
So
and
you're great in it. It's the glasses that kind of when you put the glasses on, does that kind of make you this character?
well, okay, when I the glasses was one half of it. The other half was like, how do I what kind of person is this? Because usually sometimes when you look at serial killers and some of these films, they're really crazy. They're very extroverted. They're very loud, or
Yeah.
whatnot. I wanted to create a serial killer that was a little bit very introverted, dyslexic, and sort of like whenever this character would speak, he would speak very slowly, but somewhat mechanical, but it was still it still sounded natural. And so I got the idea from actually Jack Nicholson. So
Okay.
Jack Nicholson, just like the way he would speak. And so I kind of copied that
Because he's kind of
somewhat. And
crazy. He can play the crazy, right? Nicholson.
yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, he could play crazy, he could play loud, but a lot of the scenes when he's just speaking very quietly and like there's a sense of something inside of him that's about to pop. And so that's sort of what I was looking for. And yeah, I feel like this character, the way I created this, character, there was something brewing, inside this, a character, something that would trigger it, certain type of, like in the beginning of the film when where I was rejected, that triggered something, and so that's sort of the way I want to
Yeah.
approach the character.
There's a scene like maybe like maybe with like halfway through, they're talking at the dinner table. They're talking at the dinner, and you kind of move right into the face, well, of your character, like, and it's just kind of a subtle thing. Like it's kind of like an exchange. They're both in different frames, and all of a sudden you kind of move the camera in, and it kind of you kind of shift the tone of the film right there. Do you remember? You
Yeah,
know what I'm talking about?
yeah, that was when I believe I say, "Oh, really?" And then
Yeah.
it kind of slowly,
But it's almost like we're consciously aware of it as audience that you did that with the camera.
yeah, that was intentional. I
Yeah.
did that, intentional. Zooms are very powerful. A lot of people don't realize that, zooms were very, when you do an automatic zoom, they were very prevalent during the 70s, and that's my favorite decade of filmmaking. And the zooms tell a story, and so that's why I had to apply that because that was a turning point because I was
Yeah.
kind of setting her up for what I was about to say after. But yeah, that was definitely done intentional.
So you didn't then the actress is Warwick, right?
Yeah, Jay Warwick is the actress. Yes,
So where did you find her?
I found her online. It was some form of casting online database for casting
Like casting
and
workbook or something like that? Yeah.
yeah, I'm not really sure because I think my executive producer found her, but there were a few other actresses that I was thinking of, when I looked at her audition and just the way she just her presence in front of the camera, I just said this is the right person for it. Yeah, I just like knew right away within like a few seconds.
Yeah. Because you guys got good chemistry
A
without
lot of
giving
people
away
say
the
that. A
ending,
lot of
right?
people,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. There's something
But
sexy
yeah,
about her too. Let's just be honest, right? So
yeah. I mean, I'm including the first actress of Vanessa Beck, very, very talented. She's about 3 hours away from me. She lives in San Francisco too,
yeah.
over there. Yeah.
So
So
then what did she think about the scene, like the director kind of being the lead? How was that for her? Kind of like, because I'm assuming you're like you're in the scene, right? But then you're also like when you go cut, you're like looking at the frame, you're making sure. How was that for her?
She was fine with it. Whenever being an actor first, I don't like to give other actors too much direction. I just feel that you have the script and you know what you need to basically do. And then I just gave her a couple of pointers, and she
Yeah.
actually took it very, very well. And I just like to let him be. That's the one thing is I think being an actor first, it's like how other actors work, and I think it's best to leave them alone, and just let them work their magic. Yeah.
So it's all about casting, right? So I'm assuming that's what you wanted as an actor. You want to kind of don't want to be over directed in a sense.
Yes, yes, yes. I definitely don't like to over, uh, direct. I just want to make sure that they're in the moment, that it's basically just working off the other person. It's just listening and reacting. That's all it is. Acting is listening, reacting. And that's what I tell every single actor. It's just you listen, react. That's all it is. Acting is actually reacting. That's what it is. And
Right? Yeah.
and and I tell her, you gotta I always tell her, stay calm, take a deep breath, relax, everything's going to be fine. And then, yeah, so she did a wonderful job.
Yeah, because well, you're putting her in kind of like precarious positions in the film, right? Plus, she's like kind of like some of the scenes she's in, like kind of like sexy lingerie, and like she's giving a lot of trust in you. I'm assuming, like, oh, well, she is as a director.
Yeah, so for that scene, for the for the intimate scene, we actually only had it was just myself in the room, her,
Yeah.
Jade, the cinematographer, and also we had the individual who did the a boom and mic, and
Yeah.
also we had a female crew member there just to kind of oversee everything,
Gotcha.
and she was very very, very comfortable, you know with that. So yeah.
Yeah. Because then after that scene, kind of like the point of view changes to her perspective, right? So it's
Oh
like
yeah.
it's yeah, we're following her now, right? So
Yes.
yeah,
Now she's like, oh man, what's going on? And now she's sensing that danger's coming. So she has to escape somehow, and she has to gather her things and escape. And we all
yeah,
know what happens at the end.
yeah. All right, so tell me about the location. Where did you like did you when you were writing the script, did you already have this location in mind?
Well, the our producer Joel Hogan found the location
Okay.
of the house,
Because it's a
and
fantastic location, right? So you can
oh,
yeah, yeah,
we got lucky, man. We got
yeah,
lucky. That house was located in Watsonville. It was very difficult getting that location, and I do have, I have to tell the story because the owners of the house are actually very, very religious people.
Oh,
So
okay. So I guess they're not going to
so
see
they're
this
act,
film. Yeah.
no, 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 no. They're Christian fundamentalists, and I have no issues
Yeah.
with that. Very, very nice people. But during our meeting, she asked me the wife. She asked me, "What is the movie about, Tom? What kind of movie is it?" So for like a moment, I was like, "Okay, should I stretch the truth? Should I tell that it's a horror?" I just told her it was a drama thriller. That's all I said. And then she looked at me up and down. She scanned me, and she's like, "Okay, fine." And so she gave me the green light, but they never saw the film, so thank
Yeah.
goodness.
Well, they got the paycheck, right? So then that's all that matters, right?
Yeah,
So,
it was very very pricey.
oh, was it? Yeah.
Yeah, it was pricey. It was about we spent like I'll tell you the budget on this film was everything that includes post everything
Mhm.
was $75,000.
Well, you're shooting on film, man. Like,
Yeah,
is it you shot on 35 millimeter?
no, 16.
16, okay. But you're still got to process it, and then you got like, are you like back in, like now you be, how long did that take? How long did it take to process? Because these days, not every, you can't, every corner in Los Angeles 15, 20 years ago, there was a place to process film, but not
Yeah.
anymore, right?
Yeah, we had a process at a place called Photocam, and it took about a week.
Yeah. So you like, are you like panicking like during the week? Are you like worried?
No, no, because you know the people, a
Yeah, trust in your
filmmaker has
cinematographer.
yes, a
Yeah.
filmmaker. Your job is to hire the best people
Yeah.
possible. Like the best people possible. So I knew that the people I had have experience shooting on film. So there was absolutely no worry about it whatsoever for me, none. And yeah, it took about a week. It definitely was a bit pricey,
Yeah.
but it was just worth it. I mean, it was just worth it. I mean, it just looks so fabulous, like on film. Just the colors, just the
Yeah.
saturation. Nothing beats shooting on film. Nothing.
Yeah. It's one of those things though it's hard to kind of screen it on film though, right? Because you're gonna have to digitize the after it's done. Because back in the day, you can like they would get you get the big canisters and you would go to a film projector and
Yeah,
kind of watch it on the big screen. That's almost impossible now.
yeah. The way the process works now is once like it basically gets scanned. It gets scanned, and then you have a file, and then with that,
Yeah.
it's called DCP file, and then of course
Yeah,
the
yeah.
CP file, then
Th-
you get all that.
But I'm saying that like you know what I'm saying? When you shoot on film, you kind of
Yeah,
finish on film too, right? Like you can't, yeah. But yeah, it's
yeah,
fantastic.
exactly.
So your cinematographer must have loved this. Like he can shoot on film. Like this must have been his. He must have made his day.
Oh, he was, I mean, he
Yeah.
was thrilled actually. He wanted to work with me. He saw some of my work some time back, and he says, if you know, if you ever do another project, or whatever project that you're gonna do
Yeah.
next, I really would love to, you know, work with you. And I saw some of his work, and I said, okay, okay. I mean, I think this will, work. So we came to a compromise, like a financial compromise, and we just started putting like the whole crew,
Yeah.
together. And I would say from start to about finishing, or I would say from the moment I wrote the script and then right before the first day of a shooting, it took about 3 4 months for me.
Yeah. So then,
So yeah.
then you edited like so. How was the editing post-production process? Because there's a nice sound design as well.
Yeah, so I use my guy Ned Thorne. He's a professional editor, and he's worked with major studios like Lionsgate, Universal.
Yeah.
So I definitely trust him, and so he handled all the editing, and then coloring was done by our cinematographer Ben, and then we just added other people that handle like the sound and everything else. But yeah, I mean, I just thought that everyone did a wonderful job with this from start to finish. So very
So
very very
you're
very
the brains behind or is it Orzel Film? Orzel
yeah.
Films?
Orzel Films, that is my production company, and it's interesting because people always ask me, Tom, what does Orzel stand
Yeah.
for?
Well, that was my question. I had it written down for you. Yeah.
So I am an immigrant from Poland, and Orzel in Orzel basically in Polish that's basically means an eagle. So
Okay.
so Orzel is a symbol. So the eagle is a symbol of my country. So eagle in Polish means Orzel. So I just named my company Orzel Films.
Gotcha. And yeah, and basically that makes sense. So Poland, obviously Poland is has the like I my one of my cinematographers back in the day, he was Polish and his dad was a cinematographer as well. There's a huge history
There
of
is.
yeah, cinematographers in Poland, I guess, right?
Exactly. And very, very talented, a lot of talented, filmmakers from there. One of them that's from Poland is I think is Andrew Kozinski. He's the one who
Yeah.
directed F1 with Brad Pitt. So he's actually a Polish too.
Yeah, and yeah, and I know Spielberg's a longtime cinematographer. He's Polish as well, right?
Yes, yes, he is. Yes,
Yeah,
yes. So
because yeah, I think he's made 20 over 20 films with them because he started on Schindler's List and he's been making films with them since.
yeah, it's a good job to have being Steven Spielberg's personal
Sure.
cinematographer. So
Yeah.
probably pays well. So
So you could put it all together. It's a great film. Nicely performed. Nice production design, overall production design. And
thank you.
so, what's next for you? What are you doing next? Are you going to go into a feature? Are you going to make a feature now?
Yeah, so I am scheduled to do. I'm going to be directing. Hopefully, everything plays out. We're going to be directing. I'll be directing 2 films next year. So, and one of them is called Focus In, and then the other one is called Strange Neighbor.
Okay.
And actually, also too, I'm going to be doing a full feature of Come the Nightfall. So that's something that I
There is a
thought
longer
about.
version of the film then. Yeah.
I am going to do. I am going to
Yeah.
do. So I'm going to start. I'm going to start the script later this year, and then I plan on shooting that and releasing it theatrically 2027. So.
So how do you plan on I'm sure you have it in your head. I don't know if you want to reveal it, but how do you plan on extending this story?
I have a few ideas. I don't want to, give it away.
Yeah.
The way I would like to do a 3-part film franchise. So it's going to be like, it's going to be part two, part three. So we're going to do like a franchise. I thought of a idea, and I think I think it might work, but if not, there's other ideas that I also am, contemplating. But we're definitely going to do because the thing is, the common denominator at every single festival I've been a part of with this film, the common denominator is whether it's from the Q&A or just the audience is like, are you going to do a full feature of this because
Yeah.
the film is so good? And so I thought about it, I'm like, yeah, why not? I mean, it seems like everybody wants a full feature, so why not?
Yeah. Your guy's creepy. Your actor is creepy. He's just like it's the glasses. I don't know what it is. It's just something that, you know, that's something unique, I guess, in the performance.
Yeah, I'm trying to do something different, with it. It's interesting because my father came to visit for the holidays, and I screened him. I actually did a private screening for him, and he watched it, and then afterwards he's like, Tom, it's just the way you smile in that. You have this devilish smile that
Yeah.
I will not trust you, and I will not get in a car with you because you're absolutely there is something wrong with.
So why does she get in the car then?
Well, I guess maybe she had no other choice because, also too, a lot of people don't realize it is that the way I shot this film is I gave it a night like an early 90s feel to it. So there is no cell phones in this.
Yeah.
So I wanted to give it like an early, 90s feel to it. So she had no cell phone, she couldn't call, and she was, stranded, and that was just the character's, that was just, her choice. Her choice was to what is she gonna do? I mean, she sees that I look like a pleasant guy, dressed nice, nice car. She gets in,
Gotcha.
but she makes the wrong choice.
Does she make the wrong choice? Yeah, I guess she does.
Well, I guess maybe we have
Yeah.
to see the movie.
But she's into
Yeah,
him though, right?
she is,
Yeah.
she is because it's all about that. It's all about that mysterious silent type that a lot of women like. A lot of women find that very intriguing. Like when they whenever they meet somebody who's has some kind of maybe secret or is like the quiet type. I guess that kind of piques their interest. So yeah,
So you mentioned just one last thing. You mentioned
sure.
Nicholson, but I when I was watching this performance, I was thinking of Campbell Scott. You know who Campbell Scott is?
Not off the top of my head.
Okay, so he's like he does a lot of independent films, but he did you see House of Cards?
No, I did not. No,
Okay,
no.
okay. So then yeah, so basically he had that Campbell Scott vibe to him, like this handsome, creepy vibe to him. So I'm trying to think that yeah, yeah. He
I
does
gotta
a lot
check
of
it out. I
independent
gotta
films.
check it out now. I'm gonna
Yeah.
watch that now.
No, but he shows up like in House of Cards and like, well, you got to watch this. It's a great series,
Okay,
right?
sure. I will. I will.
Basically, but he
Definitely.
shows up like season four, season five, and he
Okay.
and like the last couple few seasons, like the Republican kind of person against him is he's the chief of staff to them. So
Okay.
he's the campaign manager, chief of staff. Yeah. So, but he's
Okay.
got a
Yeah.
like an interesting vibe to him.
Yeah. I will definitely check that out. Season 4, season 5. Definitely.
But
Definitely.
he does like a lot of independent films and he's directed some and yeah. So you ever see
Hmm.
Big Night? You ever see the movie Big Night?
No, no, I
Oh,
haven't. No.
it's like a Italian Stanley Tucci is like an Italian kind of business owner, restaurant owner, and he's like trying to have an authentic Italian cuisine, and then but the competition they're doing like East Side Mario's kind of thing, right? Where like
Yeah.
yeah, I'm sure you have the Polish. There's a Polish equivalent of that, right? Where it's like we call them like Italians call it munchie cake, like munchie cake food, right? Where it's like it's pretending to be Italian, but it's not, right? So.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, he directed that. By the way, anyways, he directed that film. So basically, anyways, all right, man. Well, congratulations on the success of the film. Looks like it's doing well. You got the trophy, right?
Yes. Thank you. I love it. It's like so vintage. It just looks really nice. I love the colors too and everything. Yeah. But thank you so much for this. You know,
Can you put it up? Are you going to put it up to to the screen
Hopefully,
so people can see it. Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of good reflecting and seeing me. Yeah. Because it's basically glass, right? So basically it's like,
yeah,
but it looks cool that
it's
way.
very,
But yeah.
right there. You can see a little bit of the.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
it. I love it. So
Cool.
nice.
It's so good to hear. All right,
You
man.
guys. I just want to say thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you
Yeah.
to Wild Sound, and you guys are great. And thank you for accepting this film. And hopefully I can make more films that could sort of attract audiences.
I'm
So
sure you
yeah,
will. I'm sure you will. I think you're on to something. You're definitely on to something.
thank you
And if
so
you
much.
can't
Thank you.
make a feature on film, then an independent film, then you can do teach courses how to
Yeah,
make an
exactly.
independent film fit on film and
Yeah.
basically feature film. Like I don't know how you're gonna pull that off, but teach me how if you do.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's all
Short
about the
ends,
story,
yeah.
huh?
I'm talking about from the practical standpoint. Like you can get short ends, I guess, and yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, okay.
definitely, definitely.
People don't even know. People who are under 40 have no idea what we're talking about when I said short ends. So
Yeah, they need to.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's the way
it's
the
just the way
world is, right? Yeah.
yeah, it's the way the world is. Unfortunately. So
All right, man. Let's talk soon. I appreciate your time.
thank you, thank you very much. And I want to wish you and everyone else at Wow Sound a Merry Christmas and happy holidays and Happy New Year.
Yeah, you too, man. We're doing this on the 23rd. On like, it's almost in Toronto right now. It's almost the 24th, so it's almost Christmas
Wow.
Eve.
Yeah, Christmas, as
Yeah.
well, have a good one. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. Let's talk soon.